everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share with you a full day of eating. I love doing these types of idea videos to share with you kind of how I construct my day in a very easy, affordable, balanced way of eating. If you're new here, hi, I'm Miranda. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I feel like that's a much more personal way to kind of catch up with me through the week. So make sure you follow me over there. If you are new, give this video a big thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss a new video by me. Like I said, today is a full day of eats. I'm gonna share with you my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my dessert or snack. I don't know what I'm gonna have yet. It's kind of the middle of the afternoon and I just enjoyed a really great lunch. Huge shout out to Let's Get Check for sponsoring today's video. And of course for you, my viewers, for supporting me. Anytime I have sponsored content, it means the world to me. Let's jump back in time and I'll share with you my breakfast, which you're gonna be surprised at. I've actually shared this recipe on an extreme budget meal video before. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. But I was craving this today and thinking to what I could have that was different, not oatmeal. I eat a lot of oatmeal and I like getting creative in my full day of eatings to share different ideas with you guys. So let's jump back in time and I'll show you my breakfast. I decided to go ahead and make rice this day for breakfast and for lunch. I'm trying a new to me lunch. I'm really excited to share it with you. But I decided to go with a rice pudding. I've made this before, like I said, in an extreme budget meal prep video. I took 2 bananas and 8 ounces of water, put them in my blender, mixed them up, and basically made a banana milk. That's what I like to call it. I mean, cashews are milk, and coconuts are milk, and almonds are milk, and oats are milk, so why can't bananas be milk? It's so creamy and sweet. The riper your bananas, the better. You can also add cinnamon, maple syrup, brown sugar, chocolate chips, whatever you like. And then I take a scoop of hot rice, add this to it. I feel like because this is kind of like room temperature, I do use slightly warm tap water, FYI. You could even heat this up if you wanted to. So it's like the perfect consistency. It's been really chilly here the last few days and I'm not complaining. I'm just not used to it being chilly. And so this was the perfect breakfast after a nice long run that I had. Really delicious if you are wanting something that's really inexpensive. Bananas, a little bit of water, and some rice. It's like less than $1. Super cheap, super easy, really healthy, and a great way to start your morning. For lunch, I decided to do my take on the very popular TikTok sushi bowl. Obviously, I don't have the exact ingredients. I'm not using even like the vegan version, but basically it was inspired because I knew I had some vegan mayo in the fridge that needs used up. So I did some steamed green beans, rice, the sriracha with mayo, which is really good, and then some drained chickpeas. Such a great lunch. It's really delicious, super flavorful. I know a lot of people who watch my channel are oil-free. You could definitely use something else besides vegan mayo or omit it altogether. I used a little bit. It added a nice little creaminess, and I feel like this was such a good lunch. I'm going to have it again tomorrow because I do have some rice left over. A midday snack and kind of a dessert. If you watch Megan Fox Unlocked, you know that she uses her coffee as a dessert. I decided to do a scoop of vegan protein and some instant coffee that I kind of use as an espresso. So delicious. Then I kind of sat down and did a little bit of work on my computer. I designed that little Flourishing Miranda floater in the beginning. I thought that was really pretty and just kind of did some sit down work, and I feel like if I give myself an afternoon coffee, I do those little tasks that I always put off. If you've been around my channel for a while or you know me in person, you know I have a really hard time sitting still. So having an afternoon coffee means I can sit down and focus on one activity instead of like running around my house like a crazy woman. And it was just really relaxing to enjoy the sunshine and to get a little bit of work done. Thank you again to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring today's video, and I wanted to talk about them really quickly with you guys. If you are plant-based, or maybe if you're not, and you want to check your micronutrient levels like I do twice a year, every 6 months, they have a magnificent test that you can take directly at home. It's delivered right to your door, and then all you do is take a sample first thing in the morning, zip it up, you ship it back to them using the prepaid shipping label that they provide for you. Let's Get Checked's mission is anyone should be able to easily detect a micronutrient deficiency, and they make it easy for anyone to get professional testing and consultation from the comfort of their home. Once they receive your sample, you'll get your confidential test results back within 2 to 5 days. The part that I like the most is that a nurse will contact you and have a consultation to you over the phone. I personally love the consultation for a few reasons, but mainly because they go over your entire test with you and let you know, hey, this is at peak, or this is something that could be worked at, that you can bring your levels up. Plus, if there's ever a need for a prescription, a doctor can write a script directly for you. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. Another thing that I really love about Let's Get Checked is, for me personally, I have a very busy schedule. Monday through Friday, I commit to my work week, and Saturday and Sundays are kind of like my weekend to catch up with YouTube, to balance life, to relax. And for me, I have to take off time from work in order to get to the doctor's office. So these tests are very convenient for me. I feel personally it's something I want to stay connected with, being that I am on a plant-based diet. I want to see where my levels are to make sure my body is running at peak performance. You can test your own micronutrient levels at home. Click the link down in the description box and use my code PLANTS30 for 30% off your test. I am so excited for you guys because, like I said, for me, being that I'm really busy but also very passionate about my own health and wellness, I want to make sure my body is running at peak performance. Being that I'm a runner, that I eat plant-based, that I'm super busy, I knew that this would be something you guys would love as well. Plus, you don't have to take time off to go to the doctor to get your results. You don't have to take time off to go test. It's all done personally from your home. It's so fantastic. I knew you guys would love this as well. Again, huge thank you to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring today's video, and of course to you guys for always being so supportive when I do have sponsored content. It means the world to me. But now I have a really great dinner recipe I cannot wait to share with you. My husband knows this is coming for dinner because when we were kind of doing our meal plan this week, I was like, oh, I do want to film what I eat in a day, and I kind of gave him some options when he was leaving for work this afternoon, and he was like, oh my gosh, please make this. So I personally don't eat a lot of higher fiber vegetables. I eat cauliflower, sometimes broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, things like that that are really cruciferous. My tummy doesn't always love, but he actually requested Brussels sprouts for tonight, and I'm gonna share with you an amazing recipe. So let's jump in to dinner for today. Moving on to dinner, we had Brussels sprouts with roasted, I believe they're called Hannah sweet potatoes. So good. They're currently my husband and I's favorite. But my husband loves Brussels sprouts, and I like never make them for him ever because I rarely eat them. But I learned this night that I ate kind of the leaves, if you will, kind of as like potato chips. And then he kind of ate the hearts. They're really delicious, but I mean, I just don't do well with a lot of cruciferous vegetables. That's neither here nor there, but that's why you don't see a lot of like different broccoli recipes or Brussels sprouts or cabbage. I use those things here and there, but it's not something I eat every single day. So I went ahead and just seasoned these up. This was actually kind of inspired by a roasted rosemary and Dijon potato I did in a Whole Foods video a couple weeks back. Let me know in the comments, how do you guys fix your Brussels sprouts? I'd love to know. That way I can make them for my husband a few new ways. Someone told me on Instagram they do Dijon mustard with maple syrup, so kind of like a honey mustard. That he would really love. I might have to try that pretty soon. But I went ahead and roasted these at 475 degrees for about 15 minutes. The leaves do get really crunchy, which I like. So if you don't like them that crunchy, you don't have to separate them like I did. And then the white sweet potatoes, I believe someone said they were called Hannah's. Not entirely sure. I feel like there's so many different types of potatoes. They're all delicious. They're all amazing. These have actually been on sale the last couple weeks. I'm not sure if potatoes are in season. I didn't think they were. I thought they were a fall thing, but they're 79 cents a pound, which is unbelievable. You know, I like my budget foods, clearly. Oh, and I did want to also say, a lot of people will tell me plant-based protein is really, really expensive. It's not budget friendly. I do agree with that to an extent. I feel like is always an exception to the rule, right? With the plant-based proteins that I typically buy, sometimes I try new ones on Amazon and I will splurge and make room for that in our budget. Cost per serving is something that I always look into. Another thing is we actually have a store that's local to us that is called Vegas Discount Nutrition, and they sell supplements so incredibly cheap. Usually ones that are on their way out, like close to the expiration date, but expiration date just means it has a shelf life that they have to sell it by so they can turn it over. Typical protein, if it's unopened, doesn't expire technically for like a year or two after the best by date. Kind of like food, like regular food. But anyways, that container I actually just got for $6 and has 20 servings in it. So if you do the quick math, it's actually really inexpensive. Personally, it's not something I would have fit into my budget a year ago when we were like really extreme with our groceries, spending like $30 a week. I would have just negated it. But now our budget's a little bit different. We spend about $75 a week, and I can kind of splurge on those more fun things, but also $6 is not that much for 20 servings. That's an entire month's worth. And really that's like, if you do like the protein ratio towards like a can of beans, it's cheaper to almost use the protein powder. And I personally really like it, so I continue to use it. So I went ahead and salted and used some onion powder on my potatoes. I get questions all the time why I include salt in my diet. One, I'm an endurance athlete, I need salt. Two, everybody needs iodine in their diet. I use an iodine sea salt. Really like it. I like salt. I'm not going to give up my salt. Like I said, as an endurance athlete, I feel like it's really, really important. If you don't need a lot of salt in your diet, then you don't have to have it. But I do think iodine is an essential nutrient that we all need. And how beautiful is my plating? Restaurant quality. My friend Lauren said I should have added a balsamic glaze. That would have been really good, or a mushroom gravy. But this is really, really basic, super inexpensive, but really delicious and taste high end because of those Brussels sprouts and all the flavor. And then the sweet mash. Oh, so delicious. I want this again soon. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you really liked it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which meal you're going to try out first. And if you try anything out, tag me over on Instagram so I can see what you tried. And of course, I can share it on my stories. I feel like I said, Instagram is just really personable. My husband and I do kind of share funny skits. And of course, I do try to share recipes and YouTube updates. But I feel like overall, it's a great way for me to connect with my viewers on a much more personal level, because you guys are always dropping in my direct messages and we're always having great conversations about just life in general, and I really enjoy that so much. But that's all I have for you today. I will see you very soon in another video, probably on Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you then. Bye-bye.